Hello, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome back to the channel. It's Haynes here, coming back to another video. Now, today's video is a little bit different. Today we're celebrating a challenge that we completed over the 2022 NRL season. If you haven't followed me on TikTok yet, I suggest you do. It's pretty good. The last 2 weeks I've been bullied by some fans crying that they lost the World Cup final. Yeah, if you want to see the comments, go follow the TikTok. Now, the real reason I wanted to follow the TikTok is that we completed the challenge over the 2022 NRL Telstra Premiership season, when we attempted to go to every single club's home ground in season 2022. It was a fantastic experience. Now, for me, living in Brisbane, this is almost impossible to do. But we made it possible. We made it possible. Except for one stadium. And we're not going to count it this year because of the circumstances. We weren't able to go to New Zealand. I couldn't get there physically. Passport, I don't have a passport. COVID restricted the whole 3 years. So that's basically nearly impossible. So we can't even get over there. So yeah, we're going to say it was a success because we're all Australia. And I wasn't going to count Redcliffe for the Warriors because that was their home base this year, but I don't think that's fair for the Warriors fans, and that's not fair for Redcliffe because that's their stadium as well. So, we got 18 stadiums done. 15 NRL clubs, 18 stadiums. I still think that's a pretty successful season. I still think that's classed as successful as a pastime. So, this video is basically the journey of it. Going through my favourite ones, least favourite one, and everything in between. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, turn the notifications on, because 85% of you are not subscribed to the channel. So what the hell are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel now. Thank you very much. Very appreciated. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so the backstory behind the challenge. So it's basically based off a series over in the UK where this guy goes to all 92 clubs in the UK from the Premier League to League 2. This is a soccer thing, right? So, and it gave me an idea to do something similar but for the NRL. Because there's no really much NRL challenges out there, to be honest. So to be known as a little bit, just go out there, go enjoy some footy and just be noticed. That's all it is. So, however, it's a challenge, but at the same time, it's also trying to rate all the other clubs, the stadiums. So we actually rated the experience from the history of the ground, history of the venue, history of the precinct, whatever, the soul, basically the shape and atmosphere, and also beverages. Now, we all rated it out of 5, out of 20, or out of 20, whatever one the most wins. So it was a fantastic opportunity to experience all these new clubs, say they've been to before, like for example Belmore. Always want to go to Belmore, always want to go to Leichhardt, always want to go to Cogger, always want to go to Wollongong, all that kind of stuff. And all these stadiums along the way made the journey awesome. Now it was a lot tougher because I lived in Brisbane. So flying to and from Sydney literally every week was a bit of a nightmare. So anyway, here's a little bit of a recap of the NRL Stadium Challenge for season 2022. Hope you guys enjoy.
Hello, it's Haynesy here, walking the number 1 of the NRL Stadium Challenge, the City Roosters City Cricket Ground. The SCG is situated in Moore Park, the home of the New South Wales Rugby League back in 1908. It was built in 1848. From the member stand built in 1886 to the newest Don Bradman stand in 2014, this place has history. I can go all day about the soccer sporting events this place has held. 5 out of 5. Walking around the place is just iconic. Watching the sunset over the both members and ladies stand is just breathtaking. However, the SCG is not a football ground. If you're high up, it would have been not too bad. 3 out of 5. Atmosphere wasn't too bad for the first game of the season. In fact, it was the first game in 300 days, so the crowd was up and about, but the performance of the Roosters stayed of the mood. They just played poorly. 3 out of 5. No Northerns, no Tui's new, but this local brew was fantastic. Forgot the name, but it just wasn't fruity. Would have been 5 out of 5 if it wasn't $10 a cup. Overall, 4 out of 5, 15 out of 20 for the Roosters, and I'm off the Parramatta.
Hello, it's Haynesy. Welcome to number 2 of the NRL Stadium Challenge, the Parramatta Eels, Commbank Stadium. The old Parramatta Stadium, built in 2019. It was a stadium built for the demand of Western Sydney. It sits on the old Campbelltown Oval, which the Eels supporters burnt down after winning a premiership. History is a 4. Walking into the ground, it is a fantastic ground, one of the best going around. It reminds me of Queensland Commbank Stadium of its shape in the ground, but once you get out, it is fantastic. The steep stands in the top tier makes it so much better to view. One of the best going around, best rectangular stadium in my opinion, 5 out of 5. The crowd was loud, atmosphere was fantastic. It was a little bit small crowd-wise, 18,000, but wasn't too bad. The crowd was loud when the Parramatta Eels scored. Fantastic, 5 out of 5. Beers were pretty good once again. I went to a local option once again. I forgot the name once again. I got to get better than that. But the beers was fantastic, 4 out of 5. 18 out of 20, and I'm off to the Titans.
Hello, Tainty here. Welcome to number 3 of the NRL Stadium Challenge, Gold Coast Titans, Cbus Super Stadium.
Formerly known as Skill Park, it was built for the NRL's newest team, the Gold Coast Titans, in 2007. It's hosted some pretty cool events such as the inaugural All-Stars game in 2010, the Commonwealth Games Rugby Sevens in 2018, and the Holden State of Origin in 2021. History is a 3. I love the dome shape here. It does remind me of Amy Park a little bit. The rectangular stadium is the only rectangular stadium going around with one-tier formation, but that's not too bad. It's not a bad... There's still not a lot of bad seats in the house. Even from row 1 to row 50, you're pretty close to the action. Apart from being in the sun all day, it's a nice venue. Souls a 3. I know what you're thinking. There's no fans here at Cbus, but in fact, it wasn't a bad attendance for a Saturday afternoon. The crowd was up and about, and they were loud and proud, and they were pretty passionate. However, though, the crowd numbers were due to the fact that the Warriors away supporters. Wasn't too bad, though. 3 out of 5. Yes, I'm in Queensland, which means I had to try a 4X. And I tell you what, it was the cheapest beer so far, but I'm just not a fan of 4X. 4 out of 5. 13 out of 20 at Cbus Super Stadium, and I'm off to Suncorp.
Hello, it's AD. Welcome to number 4 of the NRL Stadium Challenge at Brisbane Broncos, Suncorp Stadium. The old Lake Park was first built in 1914 on the site of the former North Brisbane Cemetery. You can still see some of the old tombstones today. Since then, it's become the birthplace of origin in 1980 before it was rebuilt and well known today as Suncorp Stadium. History is a 5. Queenslanders say the Cauldron is the best rugby league stadium in the world, and they do have a case to argue with. It's such an iconic stadium. It's gone through 2 floods in 10 years and still standing today. There's some good seats around the venue. Just depends on where you sit today. Today I was pretty lucky. What a view. 5 out of 5. Suncorp is well known for its atmosphere. Just depends if it's the origin of the side or not. But today, although it was a good attendance for a Sunday arvo, it was pretty quiet, especially when the Broncos fans started losing and began to walk out. Stay classy, Broncos fans. 3 out of 5. As you can tell, I'm not a 4X fan, so hard and super dry it is, and it wasn't great, to be honest, for its price. 3 out of 5. 16 out of 20 for the Broncos, and I'm off to Townsville. Hello, it's Haynes here. Welcome to number 5 in NRL Stadium Challenge, the North Queensland Cowboys, Queensland Commbank Stadium. Officially built in 2020, it is the newest stadium in Australia. It was the break-up of the idea after Jonathan Thurston, after they made in premiership in 2015. It was a stadium for the city of Townsville, and the stadium that they needed. History is a 3. It does remind me of Commbank Stadium a lot. It is a fantastic ground, good bulb shape. The higher up, the better view it is. I also love the open side on the right-hand side with the big scoreboard. It has a good feel to it. 4 out of 5. Atmosphere today was pretty good for the most part. The crowd got up and about early on. It was a bit loud, but unfortunately the result for the Cowboys really settled the mood. It was good for my boys, the Roosters, but atmosphere was a 3. Yes, I'm an idiot. I forgot to do beers. Forgot to do everything today. It was a bit of a rush. Got a Great Northern. It was pretty sweet. I love my Great Northerns, especially up here. 4 out of 5. 14 out of 20 for the Cowboys. Hello, it's Ainsley here. Welcome to number 6 in the NRL Stadium Challenge, the Penrith Panthers BlueBet Stadium. It was officially built in 1967 for the existence of the Penrith Panthers joining into the New South Wales Rugby League. It's been their home ever since. It has hosted many of games, including 2 Rugby League World Cup games in 2008 for Samoa and Tonga. Their history is just a 3. The home of the Premiers, it is the first suburban ground here on the Stadium Challenge, and what a way to start. It's a traditional centred ground. Your 2 western and eastern grandstands and from your northern and southern hills. It's just how footy gets. Unfortunately, the place is a little bit run down and it really needs a bit of an upgrade. 3 out of 5. The fans were loud and enjoyable all night. The best night about it was the Panthers fans mocking the Viking clap in the second half. Iconic. The crowd was loud, 20,000. What a fantastic crowd. 4 out of 5. The best part about the suburban grounds is the beers are cheap. 2 is new, $8. Went down well, 4 out of 5.
14-20 for the Premiers.
Hello, it's St. D. Welcome to number 7 of the NRL Stadium Challenge to Cronulla Sharks PointsBet Stadium. It was officially built in 1960 for the use of a rugby league team in the Shire until the Cronulla Sharks were born in 1967. They've had so many name changes in this time, it's been ridiculous. History's a 3. It is another fantastic suburban ground. It's having its first modification since 2006, and it's well needed too. It's a very nice ground. However, the modification just made it a little bit cramped at 3 out of 5. Atmosphere was pretty good today. However, the fans were a bit quiet because of the result. The Roosters fans tried to make the most of it, but wasn't too bad after all, 3 out of 5. Had Great Northern, $10.50 for a cup. It was not too bad. However, the line was pretty long, 3 out of 5. 12 out of 20 for the Sharks. I'm off the Belmore.
Hello, it's Saints here. Welcome to number 8 of the NRL Stadium Challenge. Canterbury Bulldogs, Belmore Sports Ground. The original home of the Commbank Stadium Bulldogs has been their home since their existence in 1935. This ground alone had hosted one of the greatest players to play for the Dogs, such as Terry Lamb and Daniel Mortimer. History's a 4. Although they don't play here anymore, this place has soul. From its close suburban houses and the train tracks across from the stadium, it is an absolute vibe, 4 out of 5. Atmosphere was electric today. It was great banter between both the Dragons and Bulldogs supporters. This is suburban ground at its best. Sold out, Belmore, 16,000. It was it's a shame they don't play here as much as they used to. 5 out of 5. The best part about suburban grounds is their cheap prices for beer. For the first time this season, under $10, $6.50 for Great Northern. Fantastic. 5 out of 5. It's going to be a lot at the top, the Bulldogs. Who can do it? 18 out of 20, I'm off to Campbelltown. Hello, it's Haynes here. Welcome to number 9 of the NRL Stadium Challenge, the West Tigers, Campbelltown Sports Stadium. The former home of the Western Suburbs Magpies, before they merged with the Balmain Tigers in the year 2000. Since then, they still use Campbelltown on a regular basis. It's a nice ground, however, there's no much history. 2 out of 5. A very underrated suburban ground. I really like the setup. Both grandstands on both sides, a little bit of sitting on the behind the post, but the hill. Very underrated ground. I really like it. 3 out of 5. Have mad respect for the Tigers supporters. 11 years without a finals win. It's a tough time in the club at the moment. They keep turning in week in, without their active support of the Tigers. Something that we ain't seen in rugby league. It's a bit of a change up, not too bad. However, the ground was very dead today. Disappointing result for the Tigers. Atmosphere was a 3. What a name for the bar. Belltown Bar. Very nice. The beers were good, 3 out of 5. However, I recommend don't have it after having a CC. Bad taste. Although, 11 out of 20 for the Tigers. I'm off to Newcastle.
Alrighty, guys. That is going to be part 1 of a 2-part series here. Now, if I do it all in one big video, it's going to take over half an hour video. So I don't think you guys want to be watching a video for half an hour. So we'll do a 2-part series, upload this straight away, and then we'll upload the next one next week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a series so far. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget, like, subscribe, turn notifications on. Now, I'll click the thing here. You can see there. About 86% of you guys aren't subscribed to the channel. So make sure you smash that subscribe button. We're 6 away from 600. Let's get the 600 by the end of the year. And let's continue on to hopefully a goal of 1,000 by the end of next year. So let's get the 600 subscriber milestone by the end of the year. Tell your friends, subscribe to the channel. Get everyone enjoying the community here with Hainsey. Hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, guys. Hope you guys like the part 2. But anyways, that's it for part 1. I'll see you guys next week for part 2.